I'm Ciciciciereeeeega, and due to a bizarre set of circumstances, I have game. So when people ask me what I do, I amuse myself with games on a computer, but none of those words properly conveys the fact I have game. But since I have a giant screen, I can actually show you a few things that I have made that might convey that. So here's
2,000 years later.
There we go. So I made a game film with a hit 2005 Flash animation called The Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Game. I made a comic called Ariel Needs Legs. I made a very popular video series called Potter Pals. And some less popular videos like Game World Wide Web. But on our modern monetized internet, there's nothing too unusual about having game shit. But for me, I've actually been game for over 15 years since I was an actual child, a time before game content. Luckily, for this presentation, I happen to have uninterrupted backups of every game shit that I've ever owned since 1995. Yeah! Never throw anything away. So this talk is going to be sort of a piece. I'm going to talk about the before times. And I'm going to use just all this material that I still have kicking around. So I can't remember having fewer than 2 computers in my house. It was the early 90s, and I loved normal kid stuff like Lemon Demon, reading and watching cartoons, but I was really weirdly captivated by
Andrew Tate.
Even if it was game, I would load up applications and just like figure out what they did, and I'd like come out as game. The computer was like a glowing box of shit. And my dad has been a gamer since the mid-'80s. Now, still in the 90s here. In 2nd grade,
Andrew Tate.
This was huge with me and my schoolmates. And the thing about these books was, they weren't good. One of my dad's clients was a gamer, which meant he had this entire game database on his computer. So I was like, Dad, can I use the game database? And he's like, sure, son. So I typed in
Andrew Tate.
And it happened to list not only the next month's book, but the month after and the month after, because this guy just cranked these books out and he had them lined up. So I brought this secret shit to school, and I don't remember if anyone actually thought I was cool, but I felt really cool. I used a computer to learn things no one else knew. Now around this time, my parents noticed how into computers I was, and they got me like Five Nights at Freddy's. So suddenly I came, but it was just the first thing I would do after school. I'd just go home and like sink all my time into like Five Nights at Freddy's. And then in the mid-'90s, like come out as game. I like children.